out! Well done.
Hey y'all, my name is Dr. Phil, and no, I'm not qualified to be a doctor. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this review, I'm taking a look at a popular show from Disney+, The Mandalorian. Created by Jon Favreau, it is a space western series and the first live-action series from the Star Wars franchise. The story takes place 5 years after the events of Return of the Jedi, where we follow a Mandalorian as he protects the child from raiders, bounty hunters, and many more. As always, there will be no spoilers in this review. So without further delay, let us begin this epic tale. Let's talk about our main protagonist, the Mandalorian, or Mando for short, played by Pedro Pascal. When he was first introduced in the series, I immediately loved him. He was a man of honor, an awesome gunslinger, and a warrior who's willing to take on anything, no matter how big or small it is. What makes this character distinct from the other protagonists is that he's a good guy not because he's the chosen one, or he's trained to do good in the galaxy. He's a bounty hunter that protects a child because he doesn't want to see it get hurt or get killed. That alone defines who this character really is. Even though he may be a bounty hunter, you would understand why he's doing this, and you would hope that he protects the child from harm. As for the rest of the side characters, they were well written and spectacular. As you see Mando meeting these side characters in his journey, you would grow fond of them. They have personal goals, personalities, and they weren't lazy copies of the original characters that we know and love. I also have to say, it's really good to see Carl Weathers back in action again. Dylan! You. Blah, 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 blah. As for Cara Dune, played by Gina Carano, she was pretty amazing. I think this is one of her best works in her career so far. Heck, she's probably better than Rey when you think about it. And let's not forget Baby Yoda. He was the cutest thing you have ever seen in your whole life. Alongside with Baby Groot, of course. I don't want to get into major spoilers here, but all I can say is that he's adorable, he's not just a plot device in the series, and he's not entirely useless. You'd be surprised what this little guy can do.
Hey, spit that out.
Okay, he can do that, but that's not what I was referring to, but moving on. Now, the action is pretty excellent. The action sequences were memorable, intensifying, and it doesn't leave you disappointed. What makes the action distinct in this series is that it's not just mindless action just filling in the episodes. They represent how the Mandalorian is willing to risk his life to protect the child no matter what, even if he has to do this alone. The cinematography in this series is utilized brilliantly. Even though there were various directors in this series, they still did a good job keeping the same tone throughout the series. And he also did well capturing emotion and character from the Mandalorian, despite not seeing his face underneath his mask. Although I have one question though. What does he do if he needs a haircut? I mean, does he blindfold his barber and let him do what he does best? Or does he get Stan Lee to do it?
Please, kind sir, do not cut my hair. No! No!
Now, the narrative is surprisingly good and refreshing. I like how this story takes place after the events of Episode 6, because some Star Wars fans had some questions about what happened before the events of The Force Awakens. Like, what was the galaxy like after the Empire fell? Was there peace, or was there chaos? Jon Favreau did well answering these questions, and the story doesn't feel like a rehash of what you have already seen before in the Star Wars franchise, like The Force Awakens.
This was the Death Star. And this is Starkiller Base.
A bigger Death Star? Really? Because the story in this series is so new and fresh, you're just eager to explore this unknown territory. However, there is one episode I think shouldn't be in this story at all, and that is episode 5. The pacing was slow, you get bored, and the show never mentioned this episode later on. I don't think this episode was really necessary for the plot. Even if you take out this episode from the series, it wouldn't make any difference. Not a single difference. Not even one.
Are you sure?
Overall, The Mandalorian Season 1 is a warm welcome for audiences and Star Wars fans alike, because it's got an awesome protagonist, a good original story, and it isn't another project that is interfered with by people who only cares about making money. This show was created by people who understand what the fans want to see in Star Wars, and I can't wait what they have in store for us next in Season 2. The Mandalorian Season 1 scores a 9 out of 10. Well, that's the end of this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more of my content. And you know the drill, leave your comments down below freely. For those who have seen The Mandalorian Season 1, what did you think about the series? Thank you for having the time to watch this video, it really means a lot. And as always, I will see you guys in our next appointment. Man, I can't wait for The Mandalorian Season 2. I wonder what's gonna be like.
You know this is no place for a child.
Wherever I go, he goes.
So I've heard.
I have a bad feeling about this. Take care, guys. Gotta go.